rises for the win from 29 from the right hash. Koo's kick is good. Here is Durant for the win. James for the win. It's gone. LeBron James at the buzzer.
I'm a Laker fan, so I don't care what the Celtics do anyways.
Lakers are trash.
Terrible. So you're a Lakers fan, not from LA.
Oh, let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm a Laker fan, not from LA.
Have you ever been to LA?
Been LA.
You've been to LA one time. And you watch the Lakers on television.
Absolutely. Because human beings have choice. And they're allowed to do what they want to do.
So everybody should be a Lakers fan.
Absolutely not. Everybody should be a fan of whoever they want to be a fan of.
So it just so happens that most people are Lakers fans. Most NBA, not most people, but the largest NBA fan base is the Lakers. Is the LA Lakers? Is that?
I would say that is true. Yes.
Yes. It just so happens that most people are Lakers.
Well, they're the most popular and successful franchise.
They're the most successful franchise.
Yeah, they have them and the Celtics are tied with championships, and the Celtics won most of it in the 60s.
So why aren't people? You don't hear people saying that I'm a Boston Celtics fan
I think
at all.
I think the personnel also comes into play as well. Like Boston hasn't had the appeal and star power that the Lakers have had. Like we watch the NBA now, there are people that are fans of teams, there are people that are fans of players. Like right now, we're probably the most Laker fans of all time. Because you have an entire LeBron fan base that's supporting the Lakers now. You have the entire Westbrook fan base supporting the Lakers. Then you have the actual Laker fans. Then you have the Kobe fans that are like still Laker fans, or they still support. Actually, I know some that no longer support the Lakers ever since Kobe left. But the Celtics, they've had Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker. Post Larry Bird, there was like a 12-year stretch where there wasn't much going on there. And even with Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals and they didn't do much. Even with the big three, they haven't had the marketability that the Lakers have. Like I said, I'm pro support whoever you want to support. I don't get on bandwagon fans because most of the time bandwagon fans are casuals. A lot of them can't even recognize what they're seeing. They just see a team and I root for them.
Okay, so you're a Kobe fan. Your fandom for the Lakers began with Kobe Bryant.
Yes, it began with Kobe Bryant.
So if Kobe Bryant was the Charlotte Bobcat, would you be a Charlotte Hornets?
Charlotte Hornets?
The Hornets now.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah.
That you would be a Charlotte Hornets fan.
Yes.
It's unlikely.
Possible. I couldn't say. There's no way for me to know.
If Kobe Bryant played for the Minnesota Timberwolves, you would not be a Minnesota Timberwolves.
If Kobe never played for the Lakers and it was just Eddie Jones and Shaquille O'Neal and Nick Van Exel on them, I would not be a Laker fan. I can say that definitively. But I cannot say
definitively. You're a Kobe fan. You're not a Lakers fan.
I am a Laker fan, but it began with Kobe. Like I became a Laker fan because of Kobe Bryant. Like I'm going to be a Laker fan for the rest of my life.
So you're from Brooklyn, right?
I'm from Brooklyn, yes.
Are you a Brooklyn fan?
No.
Are you a Knicks fan?
No.
That makes no sense.
So you grew up in Orlando, Florida.
I grew up in New York and Orlando.
But you're not an Orlando Magic fan.
Absolutely not. I am a Laker fan.
So you went to Bethune-Cookman University.
Absolutely.
So you are a Bethune Wildcat fan.
I am.
You're not a Florida A&M University.
I'm an actual Wildcat though.
Right.
Yeah. Like
but you don't
I have a degree from that school.
Yeah, but your license says you live in McDonough, Georgia.
So
it doesn't say LA.
It doesn't say Daytona either.
But you went to, you know what I'm saying?
That's a very poor comparison. That's a very poor comparison. Like I am actually a Bethune-Cookman Wildcat. I do not have to support the Orlando Magic because I moved there. Also, all of this is happening at the age of 6 and 7. Like
when you're most impressionable.
When you're most impressionable. Like
yeah.
I think sometimes we kind of get way too deep. Like we're 6 and 7. It's like I like that guy. I watch him again. I'm gonna root for him to win, and then you start to learn about what you're actually seeing. Yeah.
So when you were growing up, like you said, 6 or 7 years old, you didn't see Well, you didn't
The
have
Knicks.
a Brooklyn team, but you didn't
New
see
Jersey,
the
I
Knicks on TV when you were
I
growing up?
did. I didn't care for them. Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't care for them.
I mean, all I
Like,
saw.
I have a friend that's a Nets fan and a Rams fan.
I don't respect them. Tell your friend I do not respect them.
And they're a Nets fan. They are a Nets fan because of Jason Kidd. It so happened that Kevin Durant was their favorite player, and then Kevin Durant came to the Nets, which made it great. But they were a Nets fan ever since Jason Kidd. They're a Rams fan. I'm not. I don't remember why they were a Rams fan. But like I said, I'm pro-choice.
Okay.
Are you pro-choice?
No, bro, I do
You're not pro-choice. Is that what you're saying?
I do not respect
Say
people.
I, Antoine Gibson, am not pro-choice. Say that with your
I
chest.
do not respect people who are. Okay, so why are LA Lakers fans across sports? Why are they Cowboys fans as well?
Ask them. I don't know. I'm not a
asking you
Cowboy
as
fan.
Lakers fan.
I just broke down. There are
No,
so
I
many,
get it.
there are different
I
types
know.
of Lakers fans.
I get it.
The people that are Lakers fans or Cowboys fans
So do you
are
think
more
that's
than
goofy?
likely.
You think it's goofy? Honestly, no, bro. Do you
I
think
think
being a
it-
Lakers fan and a Cowboys fan specifically is goofy?
I think it's a little strange. Yes.
I think it's a cop out. I think that's the easiest way to go. I'm a cheer for the winning team.
But the Cowboys
that's-
haven't won anything.
Bro, they won in the 90s when people were born
when
in
we
the
were
90s.
growing up in the 90s. Yeah.
I mean, but if you're 18 years old right now and you're a Cowboys fan,
You have
like
no
they
reason.
haven't won a playoff
Yeah,
game
you have
in
no
your life,
reason to be
in your
a Cowboys
existence.
fan. But yeah, I
But
mean,
that's-
But those are
my
casuals,
point
though.
is-
Those are casuals. Like,
Hey.
okay, so if you're a Laker fan, a Cowboy fan, a Yankee fan, and a Bama fan, are you really a sports fan? Like, you're probably not. You probably don't know what a zone defense
most of the population is like that.
If I
And
said
I
pick
hate
and
it.
roll, you
You come
would.
across those people, and I'm just
and I
like,
can't stand it.
Well, I mean, they're not that educated on the
Yeah.
game, so it is what it is. But
I would feel bad as a Lakers fan. I would feel bad for if I'm a part of a group where I have so many random. I only like this team because they're cool, they're popular. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's
Lakers
so many
fans
people
are
that identify
toxic.
like that.
There's a lot of toxicity in the Laker
it's
fandom
in
general.
all of those.
I'm about to
Yeah.
say,
Cowboys,
Lakers, Cowboys, yeah.
The Lakers
Patriots.
fans
Bama.
are very
Bama.
spoiled. We're ungrateful.
especially those Alabama fans. I know.
I mean, that just comes with the popularity of the team.
Look,
How
I
much you can do
I
with
grew
that.
up watching the Braves, Hawks, the Falcons, the Georgia
Congratulations.
Bulldogs, and I'm a ride with. I don't care. I grew up. Jason Terry on the Hawks, Theo Ratliff, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, like back in the day, man. And, Falcons, Mike
Good
Vick.
times.
Hey, good times, man. Especially them Braves, man. Shout out to the Braves.
Shout out to the Braves.
Winning
Shout out
the
to the
World
Braves. Shout out to the
Series, man.
Dogs.
And you know what? I respect your choice.
I hate you.
Antoine doesn't.
I respect. I don't respect your choice.
No,
I
you
respect his choice.
You don't respect his right to have a choice. You feel like he has to.
No, because he made the right choice.
No, you feel as if it was grandfathered in. He had no choice. That's what you believe. You believe he has no choice.
No, okay.
I believe the
Look.
people should have the right to choose.
But I do think a lot of them got their fandom from like their father, right?
Hey, I have an issue with that. I don't have an issue telling somebody, bro, your dad
yeah.
had a terrible taste in sports. Your dad doesn't know sports. I tell people that junk all the time. I'm not gonna say their name. I'm gonna be like, bro, your dad.
See,
Bro,
so I'm pro-choice, and he's talking about people's parents.
But no,
this
but
is
see,
where we
my,
are.
my dad
Bro.
my dad is a Patriots fan and an Alabama
it's not
fan,
goofy.
and I don't mess with that. Like I
People
don't
think just
like the
because-
Patriots or the
Like
or
it's like
Alabama.
parents make bad decisions. You know, what I'm saying? Bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's because it's my parent. I'm not gonna think that it's a bad decision. No, bro.
Yeah.
Parents make mistakes.
People
are-
watch the games with their parents.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's where that fandom comes
And the-
from.
let me
Again,
say-
when they were
But
6.
my mother- I'm
when
gonna tell you, my
but
mother
when you
is
get
a-
older, you should have some type of
type-
sense. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go down my own lane.
Right, man. Hey, man. My mother is a Cowboys fan, quote unquote. She's a Cowboys fan. She grew up in.
So you have
Columbia-
some like trauma.
No,
that's
I
what,
don't
that's
have
what
a
this is.
number. It just doesn't make sense to me. So she grew up in Columbia, South Carolina. When she grew up in the 60s, 70s, 80s, there was no Carolina team. The Panthers came in 95, right? So the team they showed, America's team, they showed the Cowboys in Columbia, Cowboys and the Falcons. They showed the Cowboys in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So she grew up watching the Cowboys. So she based her fandom off of whoever was on that television. Granted, she's a casual fan.
Which
Shout out to my mom.
most people do.
See, that's ridiculous to me.
She's a casual fan.
She is. But
Sports
a
is
lot
entertainment.
of other people go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's the fandom behind it. It's the when we're talking about sports on Facebook or in group chats, like, you're going back and forth with me about the Cowboys or whatever the case may be, and
there's
not
always
a true fan to me.
Fandom. There's a level of delusion and fanaticism in all of this. So people will defend and argue, and they don't even know what they're talking about. Like, it's just for the sake of, I'm supposed to do this because I'm supposed to support this team, and when they win, I cheer really hard, and when they lose, I say they should have played harder, but you don't even know why they lost. They're casual fans. They're casual fans. But I'm not going to disrespect people's parents.
Amen.
That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to say they made poor decisions in their life. They're a casual fan. Now, fans also evolve. That's something we got to consider as well. Like, so I was a casual baseball fan, and then I became a diehard baseball fan. And then I kind of drifted away, and now I'm a casual baseball fan again. Like, from 03 to 08, every Saturday morning, yes, right. Every Saturday morning, like the playoffs, I remember when we gave up the 3-0 lead to the Boston Red Sox. Like, it hurt. Now, if the Yankees lose, like, the Yankees lost, Yankees win. But like I was depressed in 7th grade when that occurred. So, I mean, people's fandoms also evolve. So, and sometimes people choose, oh my God, that was nasty. People choose what they want to choose, and I respect that. It's just as simple as that.
I don't respect it.
I don't respect it.
I don't respect it, bro.
I respect their right. I'm not gonna say I respect their, sports acumen. Like, that just means like they know what they're talking about. No, I mean, because like I said, okay, we said we were gonna talk about names, but we know someone that's a Bama and a Cowboys fan, and if we asked her why she was a Bama and a Cowboy fan, like, would the answer be?
Did she articulate?
Would it be littered in like
intellectual,
sports? Yeah, like, nah, it'd just be like, this is who I like to root for. I'll let them have it. Lakers in 6.
Where? When?
Soon.
Okay. Lakers going home in 1 and play in the play-in.
And the Atlanta Hawks gonna be sitting right next. They're gonna be sitting right next to us. Thank you for joining us on the For the Win Vodcast.
Make sure you follow us on IG at For the Win Vodcast, on YouTube at For the Win, on Apple Music, on Spotify. We are everywhere.
For the win. And we out.
Peace.
Yes, sir.